Yo, still Bills, what's the deal, man? Yo, peep game, man. I'm pretty late on this, man, but what's shorty name? Jeanette Zapata. We gotta I wanna do a video. Not a video, but I wanna talk about her and just the dangers that come in with this sport, man. Rest in peace to her. Rest peacefully, man. She ain't 18. That's she's a baby. She's a baby. You know what I'm saying? And she risked it all to do what it is that she loved to do. That's the definition of living right there, man. But you dig, nonetheless, you don't want to transpire because you're doing what it is that you love to do. You want to see the fruits of your labor. You don't want to become a circumstance of it, even though in this sport, that's more than likely, not more than likely, but that's a part of the game, and it's a high possibility. But this is what I mean, and I think this, I don't think it's getting as much coverage as it should be getting. I don't think it's getting as much cut. Anytime somebody goes in the ring, it needs to be broadcasted on all sports media. I'm talking ESPN, any and everything, man. It needs to be covered, man, because this is an unforgiving sport. And it's always going to take me back to why we need proper judging, man. This is an indication as to what I mean when I say these cats every time they get in between them ropes, they risking their lives. Every time they get in between the ropes, they risking their lives. They could go in there and not even just, die. Just, one of their motor skills can be sacrificed and zapped. You know what I'm saying? They might got the Parkinson's and they have a slur in their speech. That's a very possible consequence for participating in this sport. You dig? These are warriors. These are gladiators. These are gladiators, man. More so the women, because the women, it is not as political with them. It isn't as much money in there involved with them. They love the sport. So you respect the sport by judging them properly. It's a slap in the face to, for these people to go through the rigorous torment that they go through to compete and entertain you. You know what I'm saying? You're paying for tickets to watch these fights. You're being entertained. Whether you're a connoisseur of the sport or you just want to see someone get stole on, you're being entertained. You're a consumer to the sport in some way, shape, or form. Respect them. Don't get in there and just turn a blind eye and get on your cell phone while these cats is in there beating each other senseless. Don't fill the scorecard out before the match even starts. Don't do that. Because not only can you not explain that with the lopsided scorecard, but it's just disrespectful and it's real dismissive of everything that they go through as fighters. And it's fucked up. It's fucked up. Not saying that happened to, Zapata, but it's just the fact that it can happen to any fighter who gets in that ring. It can happen. It can happen. It's a reason, boxers are it's the most dangerous sport for a reason, man. Because it's the more, they have the biggest mortality rate of all sports. You got to think, man, with boxers, only the punishment is only getting distributed to two parts of the body, the midsection and the head. So you go through that for years and years and years and years and years. Every time you get hit, it's taking something out of you, man. That's why we had as many boxers transpired 2019. And just in history. You do sports like MMA and kickboxing and Muay Thai, that punishment is distributed to your whole body. Your legs and all that, man. MMA, you can take take somebody down and tap them out. So it's a it's the distribution of punishment is throughout your whole frame. You can't kick with boxing gloves on. You can't do that. It's against the rules. So in boxing, man, you take, years and years and years of punishment to the body and to the head. So you respect anybody who steps in between them ropes. And if they're leaving their record and their fate and their livelihood in your hand, honor that. You know what I'm saying? Honor that. I think anybody who makes an egregious judgment on these fighters needs to be highly reprimanded, because situations like what happened a week or two ago with Zapata is highly likely. It's highly likely, man. You can be as skilled as you want to be, but still get caught with something that could just fuck you up. So, we gotta honor and cherish these fighters, even though if it's fighters you can't really rock with. You dig? Y'all know who I'm not big fans of. I damn sure ain't trying to see none of them get in there and risk their motor skills like that. I mean, you want to see a good fight. You most definitely want to see a good fight. You want to see them fight the most dangerous opposition available, but within the confines of the sport, you dig? At the end of the day, that doesn't happen to everybody, but it happens enough to where it's a cause to be alarmed. You know what I'm saying? So I'm just not a fan of motherfuckers getting in the ring and having being wrongfully judged. I don't like that. I'm always gonna be the biggest hater of that, because I don't think it's right. I really don't think it's right. Honor these fighters. Honor these fighters. Honor their legacy. Honor their hard work that they go through to put their body in tip-top shape so they can perform to the best of their abilities on fight night. That's what Jeanette Zapata did. I think that's her first name. If it's not her first name, I apologize. But Miss Zapata, we'll call her Miss Zapata. That's what Miss Zapata did, and she passed doing what it is that she loved to do. Give her a 21 gun salute, because she's a soldier. Give her that, man. 18 years old, man. She ain't even lived yet. She ain't even old enough to buy a drink at the bar. You know what I'm saying? That's sad, man. That is sad. It's heartbreaking, man. Condolences to her family, her loved ones. Fuck. I can't even imagine. You dig? That's why I really don't want my kids. I wouldn't want my kids to take this on as a profession. I've taken my kids on the mitts just so they can. You have to know how to defend yourself. That's imperative, because someone is eventually going to try you. You got to be ready to deal with that type of situation when it presents itself. So you have to. I really want I got beautiful children. I don't fucking know what I say. I love my babies. And naturally, you get tested. If you're a pretty girl in school, you get tested. Or, especially you get to high school, you got a dude that you interested in, or you dating, and all these dudes nowadays, they kind of want to play that, that player role. So, all right, cool, I'll date you, but I'm gonna try my chances with her, and I don't want her to be my daughter. Because if that happens, that's how girls get catty over that. That's how jealousy gets. You know what I'm saying? Jealousy starts brewing, and then here we go. Now motherfuckers is fighting. And I'm just up here in my city, man. It's been dragging amounts of videos released of, at North High School, man, like 10 girls jumped on this one girl. Like, I don't know if I could deal with that. I'd be ready to start fighting. I'd be ready to fight whoever touched my child, not the parents. Not the parents. So, you kind of want them to know how to defend themselves. You want them to know how to take care of themselves. To where if that situation presents itself, you ain't gonna shell up and make it easy for whoever's trying to get at you to get at you. You want that, but I just wouldn't want them to compete at a professional level with it, where there's no headgear. That's just too much to me. That's too much. Like, so I I wouldn't. I don't want my babies learning how. Well, learning, yeah. Even at, I wouldn't even mind at an amateur level, but at a, as adults, I wouldn't want them to do it. It's just too much. And for her to pick this as her profession and transpire at just 18 years old, it's just heartbreaking to watch, man. Your whole life, just 18 years. 18 years, you dig? It's fresh out of high school. And that shit happened to her, man. So, just, we got to give it up for Miss Zapata. Dig? There's a few channels covering her. I came across her by, I think it was through Ring IQ. And then I seen, oh shit, what the fuck going on here? And I seen a few channels cover it. Counterpunch Boxing covered her. I think yeah, he did. He did, but it's only right that I get on here and talk about her and honor her legacy. You dig? It's a dangerous sport, man, but it all ties back to respecting these fighters, respecting their craft, and respecting that the imminent danger that you put them in, that they put themselves in, because they do. The minute you step between them ropes, it's like, all right, bro, here we go. I might not make it out of here the same way I came in, but fuck it. This is what I love to do. This is what I'm great at. This is what I'm great at. So, rest in peace to Miss Zapata. Condolences to her family. And honor the sport. You died a soldier. You died a soldier. You died doing what it is you love to do. I guess that's better than anything. You was getting some sort of enjoyment out of life while you were when you transpired. I guess that's the only positive you can take out of the situation. Even though there is no positive in it, because a mother and a father is grieving, and her loved ones are grieving, her family, her homies, they're all grieving right now. So, yeah, rest in peace to her, man. Rest in peace. That's all I gotta say about it, man. Peace.